Better to be on top of a mount than standing behind it. Argues that it's hard to know what's happening. The world is crumbling so fast. One person who might know better is that bookworm, Sol. He likes his alone time, though, and wanders in the cluppy dunes to get it. Thinks you should look for the books first. Books in cluppy dunes might be an even better bet. Claims the last they saw Sol, he was headed into that dune heat. Figures no one will bother him there. Can't say he's all that wrong about that. Says that's the right way to think about know-how. Let's see.
Will it dilute you?
Says it feels strange to see you wandering about.
Vopri periknambus
Says they're tired of thinking so much about how the tree of life is dying. In the past time, they had boxes that would think for them. Called them mind monitors. Got to find one of them. Thinks they used to have them everywhere, but mostly inside, on worktops. Most mind monitors were kept indoors. Maybe look for one there. It'll probably be broken when you find it, but you're giddy smart. Get it running, and that mind monitor will do your thinking for you. Says you'd be an even better solver. New days always start with hope. There's nothing good coming out on the other side of this tunnel. That over there is Steepo Depot, the cliffside that Moog hangs on to. It's a game of life, yours and everyone else's.
Potse. In Moog. Diava.
This one's impressed to see you out here. He figured you'd be dead by now. Not many are as tough and clever as you must be. Says a monster hunter hears many things on the wind. Moog says that all your power doesn't do you a bit of good if you're not willing to pull the trigger when the time comes.
Wow.
Choosing what to kill and what to spare are the most important decisions you'll make.
Me?
You might have a steady aim, but you need to be sure that you pick your targets with care. It's hard to make those life or death decisions for others, but someone's got to do it. Otherwise, they'll do it themselves, and you know they'll miss. When it comes to monsters, he mostly picks who dies. Says it's wild that the world seems to be coming back, but he supposes that means more monsters for him to shoot. Wonders why you work so hard to keep things alive. Bullets help thin the herd instead. Says you should give up on working with the stubborn myriad. He keeps trying to put out their lights and they keep putting up new ones. Says they keep the monsters away. He needs them closer, not farther. But enough of that, right? He says the wildlife, nature, has changed and turned against us. Instincts of survival took over when the world changed. He's not sure about their veggie diet anymore, and if it's changed, who knows what it's done with the chemical composition of their body output. Right now, though, he feels he's come to a point where he's got a pretty clear idea on the whereabouts of monsters, both tall and short. Says as big as they are, the world is bigger. To find where they are, you need to see where they've been. Moog says you must learn to walk before you can run. It takes practice before you can call yourself a monster hunter. Fortunately for you, he can help. He understands you need to start off with something small before you go big. There's no better place to start than a squip cave. Hunting down a couple of these little critters for yourself should keep you on your toes. Says it's not far at all. Fortunately for you, the scripts seem to have acclimatized themselves to the otherwise uninhabitable dead zone. Let's see.
Bestilka.
Moog says you should go hunt for squips in the cave he gave you. Let's see.
Talitina nupsunui.
Believes the rot at the trunk of the Tree of Life has changed everything, even style.
Uppgayupie. Yubu. Tauta.
Most just dress in whatever rags they can find.
Nibuitat saka.
Their pal Juju, though, makes clothes that'd make anyone.
Fayapie. Tuab. Nibuitat saka.
Says there's no way you can miss him if you see him.
Uabe pamawa.
Thinks that art like Juju's is even more vital when the world is winding down.
Ayotsaklit nubusak.
You really could use some of that yourself.
Krakiusak ladas.
No reason to stalk the earth in ugly duds.
Oyoyorakta.
Promises you won't be disappointed.
Madasulu Kubu.
Ride like the wind. Let's see. Pick your path carefully by whatever you can see. Let's see. The Scanaptrut outpost. The Jagni tribe first nested here long ago. E-waste, the stuff you need.
Nam tau supply?
Says they've been waiting for you to help them liberate the outpost.
Dali tot.
Freedom